Asia Wilson, the MVP of the WNBA, the greatest player in women's basketball that nobody cares about. She was caught on tape a year ago, preaching to, wagging her finger at, telling Kelsey Plum, her teammate, about her, white privilege.
The WNBA is on fire right now, and not just because of what's happening on the court. A powerful storm is building between two of the league's biggest stars, A'ja Wilson, the reigning MVP, and Caitlin Clark, the rookie sensation who is already transforming the game. Today, we uncover the explosive controversy, the leaked videos, and the shocking demands reportedly coming from Wilson herself. This isn't just drama. This situation has the potential to reshape the entire league forever.
Us as black women, Paige reminds me a lot of you. Like, you say it's not really about me. And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point. And also, like, she's good at basketball. Like, she understands her privilege and like, pushes her over the top in a sense. It reminds me a lot of you.
A'ja Wilson is a three-time MVP and one of the most respected players in WNBA history. She has led the Las Vegas Aces through multiple deep playoff runs and has served as a face of the league for years. Her leadership, dominance, and consistency have made her a legend. But even legends have vulnerabilities. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, the Iowa superstar turned WNBA rookie phenom, has captured the hearts of millions. She has broken records, shattered expectations, and redefined what it means to be a breakout star in modern basketball.
Is that a compliment? Let's start there. Is that a compliment that she understands her white privilege?
I mean, what is she really saying? Like, hey, white girl, you know what, you cracker-ass cracker? You have a lot of white guilt, and I approve. I mean, the way this thing was going viral, like you said, Jason, and I saw the comments, which I was liberally retweeting on Twitter, there should be a hashtag now, Stop Asia Hate. But it's amazing, but this is the problem that a lot of people have with Caitlin Clark fans and supporters. They don't buy into it. And I'm going to mention this again. One of the more interesting aspects of this fanhood is that some of the biggest supporters of Caitlin Clark are not whites. They're actually black male.
Everything changed when a video from last year suddenly leaked online. The clip showed Wilson speaking candidly about white privilege among athletes, specifically mentioning Caitlin Clark. Within hours, social media exploded. The video surpassed 20 million views on X, formerly known as Twitter. Clark supporters praised her talent and dedication, while Wilson faced intense backlash from critics and even longtime supporters. The internet was instantly divided.
Everything A'ja Wilson is saying is I probably tend to think it wasn't even on accident. Knew she was being recorded, knew it would get out there. And it was, because I think this was a year ago, and it's gone viral now this week. But to me, it was a message being sent to Caitlin Clark of like, you want to come into our league, this is how you need to be. And I think it's a message to Nike. Again, as I talked about last week, based off the Ethan Strauss deal, A'ja Wilson has a signature shoe and logo with Nike. No one's going to buy her shoe. No one cares. But Nike's bending over backwards trying to please A'ja Wilson and Don Staley and the whole BLM crowd we got to promote A'ja first. And so there's a mindset that A'ja has to adopt to justify getting treatment she knows she doesn't deserve.
As the video continued to spread, Wilson's reputation began to suffer. Criticism mounted not only online but also across major sports media platforms. Analysts debated the true meaning behind her words. Were they meant as praise, a warning, or a calculated message? Some suggested her remarks were strategic. Others felt they crossed a line. Soon, whispers emerged that Wilson was pushing for permanent action against Clark, directly challenging her place in the league.
I don't understand this. Many of these people, like A'ja, are so used to being able to dispense and force white guilt upon others that when people don't comply, then it becomes something they can't even handle. Really. And so I just find this whole thing interesting about the television ratings and who's supporting, and now people are leaving.
This controversy did not appear out of nowhere. The rivalry between Wilson and Clark stretches back to their college days. Iowa versus South Carolina was one of the most intense rivalries in women's basketball. Those matchups were emotional, competitive, and highly watched. Now, in the WNBA, that tension has only grown stronger. Wilson's reported demands to restrict or ban Clark are not simply personal. They reflect a larger struggle over influence, legacy, and control over the narrative of women's basketball.
The sense of entitlement and the sour, bad, nasty attitudes that many of these players are exhibiting, I think exactly is one of the reasons why for the past 20 some odd years, nobody has cared about this league, why there is certainly an antipathy towards it. And quite frankly, I wouldn't blame anyone if they were just Caitlin Clark or Indiana Fever fans and only care and watch her games moving forward. Honestly, I think it's completely justified because quite frankly, that's what these young ladies, these fine feminist athletes seem to be asking for and almost begging for. But here's the issue. They don't want the ramifications of...
Fans are now deeply divided, and the WNBA is feeling enormous pressure. Caitlin Clark's fanbase continues to grow by the millions, driving record-breaking viewership, merchandise sales, and social engagement. Her presence has transformed the league's visibility. Meanwhile, Wilson's criticism and calls for disciplinary action have fueled heated debates online. Some accuse her of envy. Others argue Clark attracts racist or toxic fans. But at the core of it all, Clark is simply playing basketball, and history is watching closely.
And these players that are now complaining, if there are any, about the ratings, about being abandoned. Well, wait a minute. Many of you were the very same ones that was pointing the finger and saying you're racist and we don't want or need your support. So in theory, you're getting what you want and you should be happy for the lower ratings. So be careful what you wish for.
Experts and former players have weighed in on the situation. Legends like Sue Bird, Teresa Weatherspoon, and other veterans emphasize that Caitlin Clark is not being unfairly targeted. Physical play, they argue, is part of professional basketball. Creating jealousy narratives only weakens the sport. At the same time, Wilson's remarks continue to be analyzed for deeper meaning, highlighting how race, social dynamics, and perception intersect in today's WNBA.
I watched the games. Not at any point did I think anybody was playing dirty against Caitlin. Not at any point did I think Caitlin was targeted. And I'm going to stop on that word because what happened was these petty jealousy narratives that got formed. Then, when the season started and people saw people blocking Caitlin's shot or picking her up full court, it then became, oh, they're targeting her. Oh, they're trying to hurt her. Mm-hmm. I cannot stress enough how insulting that is. That is probably like potentially the biggest insult you could throw at an athlete, especially an entire league of athletes.
The Clark-Wilson feud is far from finished. Caitlin Clark has talent, momentum, and massive fan support on her side. Aya Wilson has legacy, championships, and institutional influence. But can her demands to limit or ban Clark ever succeed? Upcoming games, interviews, and league announcements will shape the next chapter of this escalating saga. One thing is certain, the WNBA will never be the same again.
So, what do you think?
Should Aya Wilson's demands carry weight? Or is Caitlin Clark simply changing the game too fast for some to handle? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Share this video and hit the subscribe button for the latest updates on this WNBA showdown. In the world of women's basketball, few names have commanded the spotlight like Caitlin Clark and Aya Wilson. These two athletes, defined by talent, charisma, and relentless competitiveness, have reshaped not only the WNBA, but the entire perception of women's sports. Over the past few years, their intertwined careers have produced one of the most debated and controversial storylines in modern sports history. It is a story that blends athletic excellence, social discourse, passionate fan bases, and the evolving business of professional basketball into one powerful narrative. After Clark's record-shattering 2024 rookie season with the Indiana Fever, she became a cultural phenomenon. She broke league records, boosted television ratings, and built a fan base that crosses racial, geographic, and generational lines. Her supporters are passionate and vocal, often clashing with established stars. At the same time, Aya Wilson, three-time MVP, Las Vegas Aces leader and prominent activist, found herself at the center of controversy. Her career, built on leadership and excellence, suddenly collided with Clark's rapid rise. The situation was fueled by long-standing social dynamics in the league, including issues of race, privilege, media attention, and power. The controversy intensified when videos resurfaced of Wilson discussing white privilege and player perception. Many interpreted these comments as indirect criticism of Clark. The clips went viral, generating millions of views and endless debates across podcasts, social media, and news outlets. Every word was analyzed. Every tone was questioned. Wilson maintained that her remarks were meant as